Hi guys, what's up? In this video, I'll show you the difference between Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo, which is on my left hand side, and Samsung Galaxy A7. Now the difference I'm making is because both these handsets has been released in the first quarter of the two respective years of 2014 and 15. Note 3 Neo is a device from 2014 and it's from 2015 for the first quarter release. Now both the handsets has a 5.5-inch display, and of course Note 3 Neo, it's a Note phone. Of course it has got a stylus pen over here as you can see, but obviously the Samsung Galaxy A7 does not have a stylus pen, so obviously it's an edge for Note 3 Neo, because with stylus pen you can do a lot of activities very quickly and very smoothly, and also the official purpose works can be easily done with a Note handset. But having said that, there are drastic differences between the two handsets. Like, let us start with the display. The Note 3 Neo boasts of a 720p display, whereas the A7 has a 1080p display. The pixel per inch on Note 3 Neo is 267, whereas for A7 it's 401. Now both the handsets has a Super AMOLED screen. That is obviously a plus for both the handsets. And physically, if you see both the handsets, then you will find that yeah, of course there are some drastic differences, because the 3.5mm jack is on the top of the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo, whereas it's found on the bottom for Samsung Galaxy A7. Obviously, the noise cancellation can be both found at the top for both the handsets, and at the bottom, as always, the speakers for Note 3 Neo is at the bottom, whereas the speakers is on the back for Samsung Galaxy A7. Now, for the camera, the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo boasts of an 8 megapixel shooter with an LED flash, whereas the A7 boasts of a 13 megapixel shooter with a LED flash. Now, for the selfie camera, the front camera for Note 3 Neo is a 2 megapixel shooter, whereas for Galaxy A7 it's a 5 megapixel shooter. And of course, the video recording capability for both the handsets is 1080p with 30 frames per second. Let us just switch on the handsets for now. And if I go to settings, you will see that both the handsets has a different interface. Design wise, Note 3 Neo is obviously the old Samsung designs, whereas the A7 has a brand new feeling to it. If I go to settings over here, the settings panel has also changed a lot from Note 3 Neo to A7. As you can see, the A7 has made it very smooth and very user friendly also, whereas this is also user friendly, but yeah, we are quite accustomed with the old look of the Samsung in Note 3 Neo. So let us just very quickly go ahead and check the Android version in both the devices. Now you see, the Note 3 Neo comes with Android version of 4.4.2, whereas the A7 comes with Android version of 4.4.4. Both are KitKat, but A7 has the latest OS to it. Now, storage wise, both the handsets boasts of a 16 gigs of model, whereas for both the handsets you can use a micro SD card that supports up to 64 gigs. But having said that, A7 has a tricky implementations, as you all know, that either you can use a nano SIM 1 or you can use a nano SIM 2 or the micro SD card for the SIM slot number 2. Whereas Note 3 One, very specifically, it's a single SIM handset and it's a micro SIM, not a nano SIM. So it's very straightforward with Note 3 Neo. You use a single SIM and a micro SD card, but the implementation is quite different for A7. Now, of course, Samsung Galaxy A7 has a Gorilla Glass, a Corning Gorilla Glass 4, whereas a Gorilla Glass is missing from Note 3 Neo, but they give us scratch-resistant glass in place of that. Now, let us very quickly and go the benchmark test results for both the handsets using the Antutu app. Now, as you can see, the Note 3 Neo scores at 28,000 something, whereas the Galaxy A7, it scores 29,359. Now, I should say that it's not that a drastic difference between the two, but having said that, technical specifications for both the devices are not at all similar. Now for Samsung Galaxy A7, it just runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 610 chipset, whereas for our Note 3 Neo, it runs on a Samsung Exynos 5260 chipset, which is an old variation for Samsung Galaxy handsets. Obviously, the new entrant in the market with A7, it uses the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon chipset. Now both runs on a 2 gigs of RAM. As far as the processor speed goes, the Samsung Galaxy A7, it uses a 64-bit processor, clocked at 1.5 gigahertz with a quad-core processor, whereas for Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo, it uses a 6-core 1700 megahertz, that is 1.7 megahertz. So processor wise, you can say that yeah, Samsung Note 3 Neo has a better clock speed, but having said that, the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo, it supports a Cortex A15, whereas for Galaxy A7 it supports a Cortex A5 III. And also the GPU wise, Samsung Galaxy A7 has an Adreno 405, whereas the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo has an ARM Male T624. So there are a lot of difference specifically technically for both the handsets. Obviously it's a new entrant, the Samsung Galaxy A7, so it boasts of the new features and the new chipsets and stuff like that. Now for both the handsets, if I check the multi gestures, it's a new addition for Samsung Galaxy A7, whereas if I do for Note 3 Neo, it also returns me the same thing. And obviously the new mode of ultra power saving mode is quite prominent and is visible in Samsung Galaxy A7, whereas it's not visible in Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo. Now both the handsets does have the auto sensor mode over here, so that's end of the day it's a quite good addition. As for Samsung Galaxy A7, it does uses the latest chipsets and all. Note 3 Neo does not also falls behind in this aspect, but let us go ahead and run Asphalt 8 in both the handsets for now and check how is the performance over there. Let me just resume my game on Samsung Galaxy A7 with Asphalt 8. As you can see, you are quite aware by now that yeah, of course it does boast of a very good display, and the gaming performance of A7 is quite good because it uses a 615 chipset and a very good processor also. So if I test now Asphalt 8 on Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo, and let me check out that how it plays over here. So similarly in Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo, I should say it does not falls behind in performance, and also in graphics part also it does not lags at all, because I can say that it does has a 2 gigs of RAM similar to Samsung Galaxy A7 also, but obviously maybe by some portions and some bits it does have a better clock speed of processor in Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo, so that does adds up to the lags that it has from A7 of not having the modern chipset. But having said that, for game lovers it will be a heaven because both are having 2 gigs of RAM and a 5.5 inch display, so that's a plus for the game lovers obviously. Now the most important and drastic thing that comes with both these particular handsets is that Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo does not have a non-removable battery, whereas for Samsung Galaxy A7 it is a non-removable battery. And the most striking feature is that Note 3 Neo has a 3100 milliampere of battery, whereas Samsung Galaxy A7 has only 2600 milliampere of battery. So for game lovers, for multitasking lovers, obviously Note 3 Neo should give the edge in terms of battery perspective, because end of the day Android handsets gives you a lot of features to use. And of course lastly, we cannot just end the video without testing the camera. Obviously let us just go ahead and shoot an object using the Samsung Galaxy A7 at first. Okay, I've just kept the object over here. Let me just use the tap to focus over here and see the power of the 13 megapixel shooter. Okay, it just shoots very easily. And let me just keep aside the A7 for now and just hit the camera in Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo and see how it performs. Similarly Note 3 Neo also, I'm just shooting the same picture. I just tap to focus, I'm just hitting it. One more thing that yeah, of course let me show you the modes that are available in both the handsets, because before digging deep into the quality of the pictures. Now the Samsung Galaxy A7 does has the auto beauty the Samsung Galaxy A7 does have the auto rear cam selfie and plus the option to download the other modes from Samsung Galaxy apps, whereas for Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo, Samsung has overburdened it with all the available apps that you can find over here. So you can find a hell lot of modes for Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo obviously, but I have used the auto mode for both the features and for taking both the pictures. So let us just go ahead and see how the pictures came out. Striking difference between the two handsets. Whereas for Samsung Galaxy A7 it's a 13 megapixel shooter, the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo is a 8 megapixel shooter. But I should say that yeah, realistically speaking and photography wise, Samsung Galaxy A7 will obviously give you a better depth of the picture, a better resolution, and it will not lag behind in the definitions of the pictures. Similarly for Note 3 Neo, if you see that the definitions are quite more prominent in Samsung Galaxy A7, whereas it's a bit blur for Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo if you follow it minutely and very closely. So obviously the 13 megapixel power comes in handy for Samsung Galaxy A7. Now if I go ahead and shoot a selfie in both the handsets and see, because for both the cameras, the front camera for Samsung Galaxy A7 it's a 5 megapixel shooter and it's a 2 megapixel shooter for Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo. Let us just first shoot a selfie in Samsung Galaxy A7. Okay, let me keep aside the Samsung Galaxy A7 for now and shoot a selfie in the Note 3 Neo. Okay, let us just go ahead and open both the pictures that I've taken using the front camera in both the handsets. Obviously the Samsung Galaxy A7 is a clear winner with a 5 megapixel shooter. You can see the definition of the photos are quite clear and quite vibrant in Samsung Galaxy A7, which is on my left hand side, than on the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 Neo. So camera wise, Samsung Galaxy A7 of course scores the best from Note 3 Neo. That's it guys. If you find any more differences, please feel free to hit the comment section below, and if you have liked the video, if it has come to your help, please give a thumbs up. It does help the channel, and please stay subscribed to my channel if you have not already subscribed to it. I will catch all of you guys in my very next video very soon. That's it guys. Bye for now.